85,
90.
90, 95.
We're playing for keeps. We're on the market. Stay strong, sir. Sold!
Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 8th of July. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Sally Zellman.
Sal, so good to have you back on the
Thank
show.
you.
It's been a
Delighted.
while, hasn't
I
it?
know. I'm thrilled to be here
Do you
today.
know you are out and about at the moment, running backwards and forwards also from the Gold Coast?
I do.
Tell
So
me
I've got a bit of
what's-
a passion for
What's
it.
going on in the Gold Coast? What is it about the Gold Coast that has kept your attraction?
It's a happy place.
Place.
It's so warm and inviting, and it's a happy place. And for most of the viewers who do go up there, they know exactly what I'm talking about. It's great.
Absolutely. That beach that stretches literally
Well,
from one end of Queensland to
I'm
the
not
other.
such a beach goer.
I know you're
because
not, but you like to walk along
I
the beach.
love to walk along the boardwalk. That's fabulous. But this, the sand is a bit of an issue for me. But just going for a walk along there, it's just a dream place. Beautiful.
There's no question on the occasions that I go up there, you land at the airport, you
Yes.
get in a taxi and you start driving, you get the glimpses of the ocean. And I think you're right, it is a happy place,
It's
isn't
a
it?
happy place.
You do feel good. Having said that, it's a happy place, but it's also now a dynamic place.
Very much.
In the times that you've been spending a bit more time there, because you've been going up there all your life. But
Yes.
now you're just spending a little bit more time than we'd like for you to be up there. Real estate
great.
prices there on the move.
They are certainly on the move.
Yeah.
They're just rocking. There's just such a demand and such an interest, for people to go up there. And can I tell you how I know it's so good up there?
Go on.
Because if you've been to Harvey Norman,
Harvey Norman,
Yeah.
been there once or twice, yeah. In fact,
if you
I've got to go there this
I want
weekend.
to tell you, if you go there in Melbourne
Yeah.
during the week, it's pretty quiet.
Yes.
It's not a problem. Harvey Norman apparently has got the #1 store, I believe, on the Gold
Yeah,
Coast.
yeah.
And if you go there, you have to stand in a queue to buy your item, like in Coles,
Yeah.
the fast 12
Yeah.
items. It is so busy.
Is that right? And any day of the week.
Any day of the week.
So here you have it. Sally has just introduced to this show the Harvey Norman rule, and hopefully
amazing.
hopefully
Happy
if
watching.
Jerry Harvey's watching, he
Absolutely.
might find a way to sponsor the show. Just give us a call, Jerry. ideas@garypeer.com.au. Get in touch. But it's the Harvey Norman phenomena where you're
Absolutely.
equating activity with Harvey Norman. And actually, I like the concept because if you think about it, Harvey Norman and real estate are directly linked, because when you buy a
Absolutely.
house, what do you need?
You
You
have
need
to go and-
fridges, beds,
Yeah, 100%,
televisions,
yeah.
fry pans, the
lot.
whole box
The
and
lot,
bars.
yeah.
All right, so you've just invented a new phrase.
There you go.
You're probably wondering why Sally is spending a bit more time on the Gold Coast. It's not because she's taking her foot off the accelerator,
No.
which or not, but we are talking, we've had some chats about do we open on the Gold Coast or not. So
It's possible.
Stay tuned, viewers, stay tuned.
You never know.
A lot of our clients have got places up there.
I know.
I've been threatening about buying a place up there
I know.
for the last 10 years. And
Why not?
10 years ago I said, I'm just going to wait for the next crash.
Ah.
9 years, I'm just going to wait for the next crash.
No crash.
I think, unfortunately for me as a buyer, that whole boom to bust, which Surface experienced for 30 or 40 years, I don't think it's going to happen anymore. I think it's a vibrant economy now.
And you've got to recognise that the Olympic Games are coming in there in the next 8 years.
Yep.
And it is just booming.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
it's very exciting.
It's its own developed place, and some of the prices they're now getting
phenomenal.
for apartments
Oh.
is higher than Melbourne.
Ridiculous.
And starting to to challenge Sydney. Now, what is this all to do with? This is my morphing, Sally.
Okay.
We've got holiday homes,
Yes.
Gold Coast.
Yes.
I want to talk about BOMAD.
What's BOMAD?
Good, thank you for doing
BOMAD.
it. What is
Must
BOMAD?
stand for something.
BOMAD. BOMAD stands for Bank of Mum and Dad.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So, viewers, let's talk about how difficult it is for the younger generation
It's
to buy
tough.
a property. And
It's
when we
tough.
talk about the younger generation, who are we talking about? It used to be where we just talk about 18 to 25-year-olds. Now we're talking about 20 to 35-year-olds having trouble getting into the marketplace. And there has been an article written recently about if you want to help your children get into the property market, a one-bedroom apartment is a great stepping stone on the property ladder. So, viewers, here's some numbers for you, and this is a Melbourne-centric show. The median price for a one-bedroom apartment in Melbourne, Sally, is what? Have a guess.
Between 300 something, I don't know.
Between 300
300
something?
I was thinking 300 plus.
And?
3 to
400?
3 to 400
yeah,
sounds
you
about
pretty
right.
much got it right. You'll see that this is an unrehearsed show. $360,000 in Melbourne for a
There you
one-bedroom
go.
apartment. Now,
Wow.
if you think about this, viewers, the reason we talk about this is that if you're thinking as a mother and father or whatever your status is, and you want to help your children along the property ladder, buying a one-bedroom apartment or helping them buy a one-bedroom apartment is a great stepping stone, because if you think about it, they can move into the one-bedroom apartment, then in years to come when they grow out of it, they've got something to sell.
Yeah.
Or it can
Move
just
up.
become this little asset that they have, which they might refinance as
That's
time increases the value. They refinance it and help them buy into something else. But if you think about this, if you know, there used to be an old saying that property prices doubled every 10 years. I'm not sure that's the case with apartments, but you know, if you think about it, if you bought a one-bedroom apartment, negatively geared it, got the tax advantages and the depreciations, you bought it when one of your children was, say, 18, at some point they move into it, and then by the time they outgrow it, that asset will have grown and it will have set up this incredible saving program. Your views?
Security too, isn't
Security?
it? Security is good for the young people to know they own something.
And given the fact that you've owned and bought and sold many properties for yourself over the journey, I think one of the things that's so important in buying a property is it just sets up a discipline about that monthly payment.
Yes.
And if you think about the younger generation, they've got so many opportunities to spend their money on so many different things. But if you know that on the first of each month, a mortgage payment has to be made, even if it's helped by mum and dad, it does set up an amazing discipline. So, speaking of discipline, Sally, what do we like? We like 100% clearance.
Absolutely.
And the weekend clearance
We
at
got
Gary
it.
Perrin Associates was?
We did it, 100%.
100% viewers. Against the industry average in Victoria was 70% according to REA and backed up by domain figures. So we were 100% and the industry average was, call it 70%. Put up those towers as we celebrate. But the truth, viewers, is it is dry July.
It is dry.
Dry July. Now, most people think that that's alcohol related, but this is property related. So number of listings in Melbourne plummets across school holidays and winter. So the truth is we did have 100%, but it was 4 from 4. Sometimes we have 4 auctions at 10:30, 4 auctions at 11:30, all the way through till 3:30. So 4 across a weekend is not great. We sold 3 out of 4 prior to auction, which seems to be a bit of a theme, particularly in the apartment market.
Yes.
But ultimately, we'll take that 4 out of 4.
It was good.
So, your view, because we talked in the sales meeting on Monday about the fact that somebody with your seniority and your length of time in the industry, you're able to look at things and observe from a distance.
Okay.
And I think that one of the things we were talking about in our sales meeting about how younger salespeople get so much knowledge from your wisdom. Along this journey, and particularly if we look at the market today, what are you seeing in the market? Are we seeing people trading up, trading down, sideways? Where do you think things are going to pan out for the rest of 2025?
Well, it's just a natural progression, isn't it? I mean, it's, you know, you have young families, they have children, they need to expand, they need more accommodation, and it's just a normality of life.
So you're saying the constant cycle, nothing changes?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think, you know, look, people born, they die, life
so
goes
there's
on.
this natural rhythm?
Absolutely. And I think for a lot of people to you know, having suffered in the last few years with COVID and high interest rates and all sorts of things, it's been very difficult. But that's behind us now, and hopefully with interest rates as well.
This is where I wanted you to go, and again, unscripted, so this is where I'm heading towards. In yesterday's financial review, and keep in mind if it's in the financial review, it'll be in the Sydney Morning Herald and the Age the next day.
Absolutely.
And the Australian would be running similar themes. There is starting to be a call to action because we think we're going to get another interest rate cut next week.
That's right.
And they're kind of ringing the bell at the moment, saying when that kicks in, the market's about to rise. Across your journey, because you've seen the ups and the downs, the interest rates going up, the interest rates going down, your call around an interest rate cut, what it's going to do for the market?
I think it'll help. I think it's very positive, and I think, you know, the fact that that it'll hold its own or go down as opposed to having an interest rate hike going up is going to be an absolute benefit. And I really do believe that a lot of people are going to be out there saying, you know what, it's time for me now to set the bar and make sure I go forward.
I think we saw it in the sales meeting on Monday where we looked at average numbers going through properties, and average numbers going through properties is now increasing.
It is, isn't it? I looked at the numbers. It was amazing.
Yeah. So here's the thing, viewers. Before prices go up, we start to see the activity. And some key leading indicators for us are numbers at open for inspections, because when the numbers at the opens go up, then the numbers of people bidding at auction goes up. So two leading indicators for us: average number of people going through opens, that's up.
Yes.
And then we talk about market depth, which is number of people bidding at the auctions.
It was quite good, wasn't it? There was a number of multiple bidders.
So we're now seeing, instead of one bidder and maybe a second, we're seeing two and maybe a third, or three and maybe five. So on that note, let's talk about the sales that have just gone through last weekend. Sally, not a busy weekend, as we've just said, 4 out of 4, but I do want to talk about this auction in Warrail Street in Carnegie.
That was a really good result on that one, and you know, it's a 13-storey building with 152 apartments, which is a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
And Graham Callan from the Carnegie office has just sold his 27th apartment in that block.
That is amazing.
Is that a record?
So shout out to Graham, who successfully negotiated. That 27. was a passed-in auction, but then we had what we call the auction after the auction, where two buyers came forward.
Yeah.
Graham successfully sold that, but a shout out to Graham on his 27th
well
sale
done, Graham.
In that building. I love, Sally, that there's 100 and I think you said 152. So he's 27 out of 152. So do the maths, viewers. We've got 120 something apartments that Graham can work his magic on.
Well done, Graham.
Sal, let's talk about some other sales. So, Sally, we sold apartment number 431 at 70 Knott Street, Port Melbourne, prior to auction. That was a really good apartment in a great building. We sold 21A Richard Street in Bentley East, and also 4 at 1C Kangaroo Road in Murrumbeena. So, small activity across the weekend, Sal, but 4 out of 4, we'll take that 100%
we'll take it.
Any time. Sally, we've only got 7 auctions coming up this weekend, which is hardly going to raise a sweat on any of our auctioneers' brow. But as I've said, dry July, Sally. But we've got plenty coming up for August, September, as spring will kick in soon. Sally, first up on Saturday at 10:30am, we've got apartment number 402 at 55 Bay Street, Port Melbourne.
Beautiful apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car park at this fabulous address in Bay Street, Port Melbourne.
Be part of the Bay Street groove. That's being handled by Reno and Joel with Simon Rodolnik as auctioneer. We move on, or at the same time at 10:30, we've got apartment number 20 at 5 to 7 Ascot Street, Malvern, which is the most incredible address.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom apartment.
Graham Callan has got the honours of that auction, and viewers, if you want to see a fabulous investment, and linking back, Sally, to why that's such a great investment for perhaps a child, if you want to see something fabulous, that's the most amazing street. We move on at 11:30 to 49 Kinloch Street, Murrumbeena.
McKinnon Secondary School Zone.
Yes,
very
that's
popular.
Always a bonus.
Yes, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and 4 car parking.
Yes, that's a parcel of land that's 585 square metres. It's in the McKinnon High School zone. Christian de Vries has handled that property together with Dizzy Wang, and Leo Samuel has auction honours. That is a great investment or a great project. We have in a great street in Murrumbeena called Dunoon Street, apartment number 10 at number 2.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and 1 car park.
What a nice building and a great
Looks
address. Leo Samuel has honours there. Alex Stuper has been handling that, and what a great job he's been doing with 1-bedroom apartments. We move on to an incredible address, and we're so busy in Kangaroo Road at number 36 Kangaroo Road. Tell us about this.
Okay, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and 2 car parks.
Wonderful parcel of land there
corner
too, on
block.
685 square metres of prime land. So
very
is
good.
this the house or is it a redevelopment opportunity? We love Murrumbeena. That's been handled by Christian de Vries again, and together with Dizzy Wang, and that's going to be auctioned by Leo Samuel. Come along and have a look at that. It should go well. The last auction for Saturday at 3:30 is a beautiful building at number 24 Marvo Street. This is apartment number 106.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and 1 car park.
This has been handled by Daniel Peer, going to be auctioned by Leo Samuel. What a great address, walking distance to everywhere you want to be. On Sunday, one auction. Bernie Mell has auction attendance honours. He's been handling this property with Daniel Peer, going to be auctioned by Simon Radolnik. This is apartment number 11 at 218 Alma Road, St Kilda East.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and 1 car park.
Sally, I love that building because it's one of those blonde brick buildings, those 50s and 60s buildings. They're extra large in size. Great investment opportunity or a great home. Let's talk about 2 properties that we've got, Sally, that we just want to talk about that are coming up. This one's coming up, apartment number 102 at 763 Malvern Road, Toorak. This looks incredible. This is being handled by Jacob Kingston of our project marketing division. If you don't mind, I'm going to talk about that. He's been handling this with Rafi. This is the most magnificent building. This is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, basement car parking for 2 cars. You've got the most incredible floor plan. The finishes and the attention to detail here are really absolutely second to none. That's a great building, brand new apartment, never been lived in. Sally, a feature property is number 30B Narrawong Road, Caulfield South, which I love this property and I love the address. What do you love about the area? Because you would have sold half that street in your career.
It's a fantastic position. You've got Caulfield South School.
Primary school,
which is one of the top schools. You've got Marara Road, you've got the parks there. You have Princess Park. You've got lovely little shopping, coffee places on either side.
What about the chicken schnitzel at Delish?
I haven't tried it.
Haven't you?
No.
Let me tell you, that chicken schnitzel is one of Melbourne's best kept secrets.
Okay, good to
you
know.
order it on a Monday, you can still be eating it on Friday. It's that large,
big.
but it is delicious.
Yes.
That's a great property, beautiful. It feels and looks like it's brand new. The owners have lived and loved this property, and it comes together with a little plunge pool and waterfall. It's got everything that opens and shuts. That's a great property. So, Sally, that's a wrap for this weekend. It's the calm before the storm. Dry July before August is going to be a massive month. August, September, October. And before you know it, we'll be booking our summer holidays. You no doubt will be going back to Surfers Paradise.
I will be, yes indeed, yes.
And so let's talk more about how we do something with Gary Peer and Associates in Queensland, given the fact that you are our resident expert. That's a big or a small week at Gary Peer and Associates. Lots of listings came in through the week.
Didn't they?
Speak to any of our salespeople about what's coming up because it's going to be busy. Thanks for watching. I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.
And I'm Sally Zellman. Thank you very much.